Hello, Centralized Small Groups. Pastor John here again. Thank you so much for coming out last week. I know I kind of have a bad hair day here. This is what we like to call hat hair. I apologize. But I know that you're not watching this because you're watching my hair or my fashion tips, because we're here for Centralized Small Groups, on-campus small groups. And I want to say again, thank you so much for coming last week. We're coming into week 2 now. Week 2 is this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. and I want to answer some questions that we've been getting so that everyone's on the same page. Remember, week 2, you are in charge of sides and drinks. So make sure that you are connecting with the table that you're at. You should have all gotten contact information on that day last week so that you could be contacting each other and kind of organizing what we like to call a potluck. So organize sides, organize drinks, make sure that's all covered. And this is a time where some of you might be like, I don't really want to eat dinner. I'm okay just coming and getting some snacks. And this is a great time now to how to take care of this as a small group of what you're gonna do. If you're gonna do a meal, if you're gonna do snacks. Many of you have been asking what's the main entree we're going to provide. And we're going to be providing some sort of chicken dish, whether it's fried chicken or chicken strips or chicken nuggets, something of that nature. That's what we're gonna go for. I will try to add in maybe some salad in there for some of you vegans and vegetarians, and so we will be providing just the main dish. Remember, we're only providing the main dish. So that means, again, you need to provide the sides and the drinks. So I said this last week, please don't wait until Tuesday night to figure out what you all are gonna be bringing. Provide some sides, provide some drinks, everyone should be pitching in. And remember, this might be a great time for you to be vulnerable. This might be a great time to start showing some compassion for people, because some of you might not be in the best financial situation. And that's okay. And I hope as a small group, you show love to everyone and you provide for people. And you say, it's okay, we got this covered, don't worry about it, just come and be blessed. So remember, this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m., come into that worship center. And remember, we split up some of your groups into different groups because some of y'all's tables were so large that it was really hard to have a discussion. So we will take care of all that for you. We're gonna split you all up into different table groups within your life stage. For example, the 40s and older single adults, I think you guys had like 20 people at your group. So we're gonna split you guys up into 2 groups. We did that already last week. So when you arrive, make sure you find out which table you're in, because we wanna keep you in the same discussion group. So again, this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m., please come on time. And also remember, for those of you who might have forgot, consistency is key. Consistency is key. Please be there. You want to try your best to come out every single week. And week 2 is the most important week because this is a time now where you got to commit. If you are unsure about this whole centralized small group, if you know that maybe you're not going to be there for week 5 and 6, then I want to please ask you to save your centralized small group commitment for the next round. And we're going to have another one in a couple of months. And the reason why we're doing this is because commitment is key. Consistency is key. And we want everyone to commit to the group and respect everyone at the table so that in 6 weeks, you all can launch off and become your own small group. So it's very, very important that you come out this week and stay committed and consistent throughout the following weeks. Now lastly, let me close out with this. A lot of you have been asking about those hobbies and leisure activities that you all signed up for. I think fitness was the most popular one. So this week, on week 2, we're going to have a fitness table open. A fitness table, and I think there might be a board game table. Those are the 2 most common hobbies and leisures that were signed up for. And so on week 2, you can go to the fitness table and be with other people and see if this is the group that you want to commit to and form. But I want to emphasize this very important point. At week 2, by the end of week 2 session, you need to commit to a table, because starting in week 3, you need to be in the same exact group all the way till the end. So whether you decide to do fitness or go back to the life stage that you signed up for, that decision needs to be made at the end of week 2's session. So experiment, see if you want to be at the fitness table or the board game table and get to know those people. And at the end of week 2, if you feel like this is the group that I feel like I'm meshing with a little bit more, then make a commitment and decide you're going to be a fitness small group or a board game small group all the way till the end. But it's okay. Some of you might go to those tables and at the end of week 2 you feel like, you know what? I meshed a little bit better with the life stage that I was in week 1. That's okay. Then you go back to that life stage in week 3 and you also stay committed to the end of week 6. So that's a little bit of information about those leisure tables, some of those hobby tables, and I want you guys to experiment if you would like. Just make sure you come to a decision by the end of week 2. Well, in week 2, we're going to go through the first of the gospel love languages, and we're going to be talking about pain and suffering. We're going to talk about the angle and perspective that some of you might have come to believe in Jesus because you really resonated with the pain and suffering that Christ went through on your behalf. And that compelled you to believe in Christ. And for those of you who did not come to believe in the gospel because of pain and suffering, this is going to be a great time for you. Because as you understand these gospel love languages, you're going to get a much fuller understanding of the gospel message. So I'm excited for week 2. I look forward to seeing you there. Please come say hi to me. Thank you so much for those of you who said hi to me during the weekend service. And I hope that we will continue to build the small group together. See you then.